a lot of people in this city, in this area, that know a lot about what's going on. They don't want to tell the truth. And I didn't recognize him till after I said something, and it made him, he didn't look very happy at all. And he was at this store. I think he owns a store, but I don't know. He's an older guy, has whitish hair, whitish gray hair. But I said something he didn't like, and I said, how did Chris Christian know about the Curley Elementary School when it didn't exist? Because how did he know about a tornado going through Round Rock, Texas before it happened? Because now I see that look from a lot of people, but nobody's done nothing. Like yesterday, God the Father had me touch my hand to a glass on it was a military store with a guy in a uniform, and he had one of the Desert Storm uniforms, but it was more like a New Mexico uniform. And I call it a New Mexico uniform because that's what a lot of people wore in New Mexico, because it's like a desert camo kind of thing. It's not the chocolate chip uniform, because there were two different type of uniforms we had, and I mean everybody knew it because they're on display. I mean we were in war. We had those pictures of it. They had one we called the chocolate chip, which most people recognize that from the war with Iraq, Desert Storm, and then they had the ones like they had in New Mexico, which I saw at the Denton Mall yesterday. When I touched that, God made me do that. The lights went off inside, and I turned my head, and I saw the policeman behind me go like that, like that. That's another sign everybody knows, and they're just watching to see what's going to happen. Now, I've seen too many miracles from God. Too many. I mean, maybe somebody was behind there turning the light off, maybe not. Maybe God turned the power off, because God can do anything he wants. He can do anything he wants. Now, I've seen God have a firefly hover above my hand. And he hovered there for at least 5 minutes. I kneeled down out of faith, and I held my hand out. The firefly hovered above my hand. It flew out of nowhere, came up and hovered above my hand, and I couldn't believe it. I asked it to glow. And it glowed. I did it 3 times. It glowed 3 times. I asked it to land, and it just kept hovering and hovering, and just shot off. And as soon as it shot off, I looked, and there was a cat on the sidewalk that was watching us. Cat. That was my witness, a cat. But I told that to the police. They put you in mental health. You're seeing things and hearing things nobody else sees and hears. The problem is other people are witnessing things, and they're not stepping forward. Nobody is. So blame yourselves for when God gives us plague, because you will not stand to defend me. You will not. All you do is go and celebrate your freedom and your rights while you laugh in my face. Now back to the video. Back to what I was talking about this lake store here. This guy told me he was not going to have pop rocks, because I was not going to burn my ex-girlfriend's soul from China. That's what he said. He told me that years ago. I didn't even have a girlfriend from China, as far as I know. Not the end. As far as I'd never dated anybody from China. He was talking about Hong Wong. He said he was going to have these instead. He said, we're going to have aftershocks. You're going to find out what aftershocks are. And this is what I got from his store when I walked all the way around to Ardmore. And the crazy thing is, I walked by this little area. It had a big old water puddle, and I threw jelly beans into the water puddle. And when I came back by my mother's car, there was a guy down there trying to find out what I threw in there. You were following me all over the place. He was looking there it was jelly beans. I threw jelly beans. It's not a joke, guys. You are not allowed to fake someone's daughter's death and tease them to death about it. Now, I had to travel to Austin, Texas, a couple of days ago. I did drive by the Intel building. I didn't touch your property. I stayed away from your property. I had to take the exit, come back on, take the exit again, and I went to the mall. And crazy thing is, someone told me there was going to be a Google car come out to record me coming by. The Google car was there. A bunch of cars were trying to force me here. It's kind of illegal to try to guide somebody like that. The problem is you got evidence all over the place, and you guys don't ever want to tell the truth. You're trying to hurt me on purpose. You're trying to intimidate, and you're trying to entrap me. Um, Now, I went into the mall, and I screamed out until corporation committed crimes against me. Somebody needs to start investigating. Now, Russell Crowe showed up down at the HEB on 620, because I stayed in Austin for a little while. But I have this picture open for a reason. So on July 4th in 2016, I thought you guys were going to start telling the truth, because on July 4th, I met somebody I fell in love with and I wanted to marry. Her name was Han Wong, and she asked me to meet me at this Best Buy, and that's where I met her. I met her at that Best Buy, and that was our first date, and it was on July 4th, 2016, so I thought you were going to tell the truth. It's 2016. It is already 2024, and you've arrested me multiple times to cover up your crimes. Now, I have this picture pulled up for a reason, because on that day when I went through Austin, Texas, I went through, first I went to Waco. I had to go to Waco through their mall. I had to pick something up, and I went down to Austin I had to go to what was that? Barton Creek Mall. Now in the Barton Mall, there was a place there that used to be. It wasn't there, so it was a wasted trip. But I was mad because people were taunting me. So I told everybody in that mall and everybody heard me. Intel Corporation committed crimes, including people trying to rape my girlfriend, people trying to rape my wife, people trying to kill me with alcohol poisoning, because that's illegal. And again, this picture is open not just for that Best Buy, but when I was leaving here, I came through. I had to go through here because we truck caused accidents. As I was coming up about right here, Robert Alexander pulls out right in front of me in his big old giant Mercedes, black Mercedes Benz. And he pulls out, he just kind of waves at me. But I didn't wave at him because I'm not allowed to talk to anybody from Intel Corporation. So I don't talk to you. I don't go near you. I stay away from you. You just happened to be by the Barton Mall, so I drove by you as I went to the mall. But the crazy thing about Robert Alexander is he told me he was going to do this to burn my ex-girlfriend. And there he was, pulling out here in front of me, and he waves at me. And he just turns and he drives away. Now, if I was going to strike out at one person, I could have T-boned him right there, and that would have been the end of Robert Alexander, and it would have been the end of me. No, I'm going to swallow every soul in the nation for lying to me, and the world. If nobody wants to save me and arrest the real criminals who committed crimes, including Sean Finnerty, Alice Saxon, Tanya, Adair, all of them. Because the next morning I come back here, Sean is beating on the door out here like he's a police officer. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to come in like a police. They even stomped away. Stomped. And they waited. And they started beating on the door again. Like a police. They did at least twice. Now, if Intel Corporation, who committed criminal acts against me and wants to cover it up by hiring police officers to commit crimes, let's find out what you will commit, what the police will investigate. Let's find out what the police will investigate, because you will not investigate attempted murder. You will not investigate rape. You will not investigate people coming into my house. You will not investigate tax crimes. You will not investigate people faking my daughter's death. You will not investigate anything except let's punish Brett because Intel Corporation wants to have him killed, basically killed. They do not like me. They committed crimes. They'll do anything they can to cover up the crimes. So let's see what the police will investigate.
Police have arrested a man in one of the strangest burglary cases they say they've ever responded to.
And Ken Brown spoke with police and has more on the man who allegedly was out to steal snacks. Ken?
Fairfield Township Police behind me have released body camera footage of the moment that they say they found Paul Oler not far from the house he allegedly broke into. Fairfield Township Police got a call for a suspicious person on Monday that led to a strange discovery.
The homeowner's children, adult children, were out in the backyard working in the garage, and they saw a male on the front porch of their parents' house who they knew they weren't home at the time, eating a Pop-Tart. So they confronted him. He ran off into the neighbor's yard, and they called the police.
Police say the man munching on breakfast snacks is 26-year-old Paul Oler. And allegedly, he got into the home, and instead of going for anything of real value,
he stole your Pop-Tart?
Yeah, he stole my Pop-Tart.
Okay, what kind of Pop-Tart was it?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon Pop-Tart? Yeah. Okay, where did he take your Pop-Tart from?
He escaped! He escaped!
What? You don't have the right to run this.
I got my rights to do anything I want to do. I'm a police officer.